If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Children learn by an adult's example, not by their words. What did you do as a child that made the hours pass like minutes? Herein lies the key to your earthly pursuits. The shoe that fits in one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. For better to come, good must stand aside. The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. To ask the right question is already half the solution of the problem. The privilege of the lifetime is to become who you truly are. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. The soul needs your recklessness, not your wisdom. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from unable to communicate things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. He who is afraid needs dependence, as a weakened man needs support. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. If you are a gifted person, it doesn't mean you can give something away. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul. The least of things with meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Shame is a soul-eating emotion. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic is alcohol, morphine, or idealism. Wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but by the integration of the contraries. We are born at a given moment, a given place, and vintage years of wine. We have the qualities of the year and of the season in which we are born. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into tortures. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. People grow like plants, some in light, others in shade. There are many who need shade, no light. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Man cannot stand a meaningless life. Shrinking from the death is something unhealthy and abnormal, which robs the second half of life of its purpose. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Man can endure the hardest trials if he sees meaning in them. The whole difficulty lies in creating that meaning. What we walk away from, shying away from, ostensibly forgetting, is dangerously close to us, and eventually it will return, but with redoubled force. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. In each of us there is another, whom we do not know. Depression is like a woman in black. If she turns up, don't shoo her away. Invite her in, offer her a seat, treat her like a guest, and listen to what she has to say. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. Every human life contains a potential, then that life was wasted. If an attractive woman is single, it's because she is smarter than everyone else. The meaning of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Don't hold on to someone who is leaving, otherwise you won't meet the one who is coming. Don't rush to help those who haven't asked you to, because not everyone who is drowning needs a hand. Some want to drown. Most people consider themselves very knowledgeable in psychology for one simple reason. Psychology for them comes down to what they know about themselves. A particularly beautiful woman is a source of terror. As a rule, a beautiful woman is a terrible disappointment. Find out what a person fears most, and that is where he will develop next. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Mistakes are, after all, the foundations of truth. And if a man does not know what a thing is, it is at least an increase in knowledge if he knows what it is not. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. If someone insults you, smile and show that you are unaffected. They will be ashamed of themselves. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. The pendulum of the mind alternates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves.